Thank the members of our department and all of law enforcement who played a role in the investigation of this case. Last Wednesday, July 19th, we held a press conference and provided you with the facts of the Carlee Russell disappearance. We told you the investigation was ongoing. We helped you determine where Carlee was during the 49 hours of her disappearance. Today, I've talked to and received a statement from Mr. Emery Anthony, attorney for Carlee Russell. Mr. Anthony has scheduled a meeting for Carlee to meet with investigators early this afternoon, but then I received an email stating that a statement was being provided by him on her behalf. Mr. Anthony asked that I read the statement in its entirety, which I will do now. My client has given me permission to make the following statement on her behalf. There was no kidnapping on Thursday, July 13th, 2023. My client did not see a baby on the side of the road. My client did not leave the Hoover area when she was identified as a missing person.
She admitted to lying.
Did not have any help in this incident, but this was a single act done by herself. My client was not with anyone or any hotel with anyone from the time she was missing. My client apologizes for her actions to this community, the volunteers who were searching for her, to the Hoover Police Department and other agencies as well, as to her friends and family. We ask for your prayers for Carlee as she addresses her issues and attempts to move forward, understanding that she made a mistake in this matter. Carlee, again, asks for your forgiveness and prayers. We have a meeting scheduled with Mr. Anthony to further discuss this case. We're currently in discussions with the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office in Bessemer about possible criminal charges related to this case, and we will announce those charges when and if they
life.
All right, with that, we'll take a few questions. As Officer Hill said, when I call on you, please state your name and your affiliation. Yes, sir.
Keith Mims, WAGG 610 100.1 FM Summit Media. Chief, do we at this time, or does the Hoover Police Department know the whereabouts of Carlee Russell during that 49-hour period supposedly missing?
Now, as I said the other day, was talking facts and everything. If I said anything today, would just be speculation. Actual facts, we do not.
Aaron Llewellyn, WBC 13. Can you tell us what her motivation was for doing this, if you can?
I wish I could tell you. I think only Carlee knows, and maybe her attorney now. But again, the statement that we received from him does not indicate any.
For ETO WBRC, can you give us an idea of what charges you may be filing against her?
That would strictly be up to the district attorney's office.
David Lamb, CBS 42, can you update us so that there is a meeting scheduled for this afternoon with the family, or
No.
when is that meeting?
Yeah,
David Lamb,
no,
CBS
not
42.
a meeting with the attorney, not the family or Carlee. We have a meeting scheduled with the attorney, and that will take place some point tomorrow.
And there is no meeting with Carlee Russell or her family at this point.
Not scheduled, no, sir.
Maria Chapman with Fox 6. What's next to close this investigation?
Well, again, we want to talk to Mr. Anthony tomorrow and see if he has any more to discuss about the case. We'll certainly be asking if we'll get an opportunity to again interview Carlee like we've wanted to since she returned.
Chief Stephen Quinn, ABC 3340.
Yes, sir.
Your reaction now, knowing that Carlee has admitted that this was made up?
Well, I'm glad that we got this. You know, we certainly laid the facts out to you guys and to the national media that had a lot of interest in this particular case. The sad thing is that again, there were so many people that were involved, took this thing very, very seriously, and again, we wanted the focus to be bringing her home. She got home. We're very excited about that. It is what it is. The facts, I think, last Wednesday pretty much showed that we knew that it was a hoax.
Please.
Get her out of here.
Do you know the expense you went to during this search? And if you don't have a dollar figure for us, just how big it was for you guys?
Well, it was all hands on deck, and we don't have a dollar figure yet, but we're certainly working towards getting one, and not only ours, but there'll be other agencies that had a lot of support that they gave us and had monetary expenses themselves.
1.5 million is what I'm looking at.
JLR investigates. Are the parents under any investigation?
You know, as I said the other day, we were going to try to determine exactly those 49 hours. So right now, you know, And anything's on the table. We still don't know what happened in those 49 hours, where she was. Did she have any help? We have no idea. I read the statement from Mr. Anthony. That's all we know.
Right here.
Chief Mims, WAGG 610 Summit Media. Chief, let me ask you this. What do you think prompted or provoked Carlee to do this kind of thing? And are there any kind of mental issues that the police department or the public should be concerned about, or just what?
Not that I'm aware of. I mean, it's, this is this was elaborate deal. I mean, when you talk about calling a 911 and being up on the interstate, again, it would all be conjecture. So really, I don't know. I was hoping that we'd have an opportunity to interview and we'd be able to ask her those questions.
Were any others involved in putting this story together for her?
Mr. Anthony, in his statement, says there was not.
Right here.
Liviana Kelmy, WPRC, Fox 6 News. You said that you had a meeting scheduled and it kind of switched into a statement. Did they give any type of reason that switched?
No, they did not.
Back here.
Aaron Llewellyn, WBT 13. But just for clarification, Carlee Russell is not in custody right now.
That is correct. That is correct.
Last question with David.
We need to go
David,
get her.
once again, so first of all, when did you actually see this letter? And second of all, do these admissions and the content of the letter alter the investigation at all?
No, not at all. We'll continue to investigate. We're still trying to determine where she was during those 49 hours. But I am glad that we received this. It at least puts some of the social media super sleuths hopefully at rest for a little bit as far as the conjecture of what everybody thinks took place. We know that by her own admission, it didn't happen. And, we're thankful for that.
All right. Thank you guys very much.
Uh-oh. So what y'all thinking? $1 million plus? How much do you guys think was spent on this?
News on WFM.
$1 million plus, and how much jail time should she get?
She was never abducted.
What?
Sharing a statement through her attorney that she acted alone in the abduction that wasn't an abduction that police officials call elaborate in nature. Hello
Not
there,
our
folks.
queen's
You're
lying
live
to
on
us.
WFLA now. You just heard it. I just heard it. This is a situation of a girl crying wolf. But why exactly a girl would cry wolf? Why exactly is really the number one question that has been in my mind. I'm sure it's been in your mind as well. If there was.
We all know why she lied. And I'm just going to put it out there. She wanted attention. That's it. She acted alone. This is a criminal.
The word that was used there was elaborate.
This wasn't an elaborate kidnapping or hoax. We figured this out the first day. We didn't even need time to try to figure out if this was real or fake or not. Come on, YouTube. This was not elaborate at all. The first day we knew she was lying.
Us as reporters and you as news consumers, people that just didn't know what was really going on in that case. However, we find out more and more details about this story as to whether or not.
And we're going to talk about her having a birthday party yesterday.
We're finding out more details about this story. And you know what? I'm going to let you, our commenters, voice what you think in regards to this story. I want to bring in, just walking in here, our own Jack Royer. Hey there, Jack. How are you?
I'm good, JB. I was just watching your stream and I couldn't join you last week, but I thought I would join you just to talk about this if you want some context. I worked in Birmingham and I'm from there, and I know the Hoover police chief fairly well. And I think we're all sort of trying to figure out what to make of what we just learned, what we heard from him. And,
what up, RC?
Just some context here. He is a career law enforcement officer. He is a longtime chief of police at Hoover. He has been very methodical in his approach to this case. I thought it was very interesting to watch last week how he sort of indicated, look, we weren't going to talk about this until her parents started talking about this, and the way they've chosen to release information to the media, and in some cases I think very fascinating how he he has laid out the facts as he knew them, withheld some of the things he may have known until the reporter asked a certain question. But
Man, I don't know what's wrong with the internet, man. It was storming this morning. It's bad weather.
I found it very fascinating, and it's
Come on, bro.
it's anybody's guess right now whether or not that will happen. But I was glad
Let me see something.
to hear a report.
I'm saying let's go ahead and give her. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw that. Let's go ahead and
Guessing
give
this will
her
be a
2
figure when
years.
you total up all the agencies, all the personnel, and all the equipment. I mean, it costs minimum $1,000 an hour to fly a helicopter anywhere.
Jack, this.
All right, I'm gonna give this a second. But he just said it costs a minimum of $1,000 an hour to fly a helicopter anywhere. So they were searching for what, 3 days? Let's say they put the helicopter up there for. They probably had 2 or 3 search helicopters. $4,000 per helicopter a day. Maybe 5,000 a helicopter. That's $15,000 a day just on helicopters. $45,000 over the weekend just off of flying helicopters. They brought the dogs out, multiple agencies. Oh yeah, we about to rack this up. We're gonna go ahead and estimate this to be at least on the low end $250,000 spent, and on the high end I could see $750,000 maybe. Hell, I was paying my internet while we was looking for her, but this woman is a liar. She needs to be held accountable for it. And also yesterday, they said she threw a birthday party yesterday. They said the house was full. Remember, I told you the lady next door told my mom it looks like there's a lot of activity going on over there. Well, there was a lot of activity going on at her house yesterday. So we're going to talk about that because, this for some reason is acting up. But hold on, let me see something. Over on the dailymail.com, it says Carlee Russell's Alabama home is swarmed by visitors on her 26th birthday. Whoa, 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 whoa. So she came up missing the week before her birthday. They said that she allegedly was trying to get her boyfriend's attention. So she was just doing all this to get a birthday bash? Carlee Russell's Alabama home is swarmed by visitors on her 26th birthday. As cops dig into the kidnap claims and say $63,000 reward cash will not be returned to donors. Me and Torian sat up here last week and said that this looks like a money grab. Not only was she looking for attention, but that Mercedes Benz, them car notes is too high. The average car note in America right now, for some strange reason, it's $1,000. If you can't if you can't afford something, get rid of it. She's stealing from the spy. So that right there already tells me she ain't got no money, because there wouldn't be any reason to steal a robe and some toilet paper. You could have easily bought this days before, but she ain't had no plans. It looks like she was trying to get at her boyfriend because he broke up with her. It also, she wanted to have some money in her pocket because it says the cops said that $63,000 cash reward would not be returned to donors. So they not gonna get their money. She's stealing. She threw a fucking birthday party. Yeah, Brillo, this is my new channel. This is my news channel where we talk about like current events and stuff like that. Damn, she over here wilding out. First of all, let me ask you all this. Are you throwing a birthday party after you done staged this whole situation? Are you throwing a birthday party, or are you just chilling and laying low until you figure out what the hell's going on? She lost her boyfriend and her job. Yeah, the job fired her ass on Friday. They said we got to let her go. She's a crook. But let's see what this birthday party was hitting on, though. Cars were seen lining up outside Carlee Russell's Alabama home on Sunday. This is yesterday, y'all. Just yesterday, they were kicking it. Today, the lawyer said she was lying. You went from kicking to lying. Just a day after her 26th birthday, there was no official word on why all the cars were at the home of the woman who became a central player in a missing person case that was that has captivated the nation. A dozen cars lined the driveway and around the home and drew attention of the police in Hoover. So Hoover, we've been looking for you, exhausting all our resources looking for your ass. And now we hear, bring, sir, there's a lot of activity over at the missing woman. Well, I don't know if she's missing or not, but there's a lot of activity going on next door. It looks like they're having a birthday party and they're blocking off the road. Well, a dozen cars lined the driveway around the home and drew attention of the police in Hoover, Alabama, who drove past the home as people entered and left. So the police were watching. Police said Russell delayed additional requests to interview her again about her supposed July 13th disappearance. Russell vanished after calling 911 to report a toddler missing or wandering along the road. That sparked the national hunt for her that ended 49 hours later. She returned home. Look at the crib. Look at the crib. This is a nice crib too. Her people got money. Pops, I gotta do a little digging on dad. Dad probably cut her off. That's what's really going on here. Dad probably cut her off. The Mercedes-Benz payments were too high. Her boyfriend broke up with her and he told her he would either cover the insurance or paid half. All of this is alleged. I'm just giving you guys, saying some real world experience of what's going on out here. So he broke up with her. She couldn't she couldn't handle rejection. Pops told her, you're 25 years old. I'm not making car payments. I'm not helping you with a Mercedes-Benz that you can't afford. She wanted some attention. She wanted some money, and she wanted to turn up for her birthday. Who throws a birthday party after lying like this? Cars piled up in the driveway of Russell's Hoover, Alabama home on a Sunday during her birthday weekend. Now, is this her home? This can't be her home. This got to be her parents' home. Friends and family gathered at Russell's Alabama home on Sunday, just one day after her 26th birthday. Here goes the Benz in question. Here goes the Benz in question. The Benz she couldn't afford. She was working at a little spot. This car note right here, yeah, she's probably spending about $500-$600. No disrespect to Alabama, but they ain't making that kind of money working at no spa in Alabama. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Nice Benz. She's a fairly, well, I can't even say she's a good looking individual because when I look at her, I see a liar. That's all I see. Carlee Russell. Missed making it up. Let me see something. Yeah. Well, police in Hoover, Alabama are investigating the claims. Blah, blah, blah. We know that she wasn't kidnapped. Damn. They got the video out too? That's a nice ass house. Two stories. That's probably a 5-bedroom, 4-bath. Ooh, that house is nice. Well, you already know what we need to do. We need to do a little bit of digging. We need to do a little bit of digging. And let me do that for y'all because we about to see what's really going on out here. Hold on, I'm trying to see this address real quick. We're gonna see how much this house costs down in Alabama so it can give us a, a little gauge on how they was living. This is just sad. Oh, they getting turned over here too. Look at this. They outside kicking it. Let me ask y'all this, because I know no one's going over for the birthday party. No one's throwing a birthday party. Would you show up if Carlee Russell was a friend of yours? Would you show up to this, or would you start to separate yourself from this ignorance? Because you know you can't kick it with her. Even when she gets out of jail, you can't kick it with her no more. Now she gonna probably try to spin this and sell her story, but man, let me be real. No one wants this story. This story, she didn't do anything. I don't know. I don't even. Damn, the police pulled up. Like literally, they pulled up and they were sitting outside just watching. 3 Hoover Police Department cars also drove past the suburban family home as cops continued to investigate Russell's story. Now, Russell, she wasn't talking to anybody, so the lawyer was probably over there kicking it for the birthday. Now, I don't knock the lawyer. Look at this dude. An unidentified man is pictured outside of Carlee Russell's Hoover home on Sunday. Man, they would not have a picture of me over at this house. Man, I don't even know, bro. This is just. Is this the parents' house? Okay, here we go. 2033. Hoover, Alabama. We need to find where that is. There's a couple 2033 Hoover, Alabama. We need the street now. Now we need the street. I want to see how much this house costs that they in. I want to see how the family is living. Okay, Carlee appears at the home she shared. This, oh my goodness. So Carlee lives at home with her parents at 25 years old. Well, 26 now. Well, she lives with her parents as of right now. In a couple of months, hopefully in a couple of weeks, like maybe next week, she'll be living with her new bunkie in jail. But she lives at home with her parents. 25 years old, got a Benz. Boyfriend don't want anything to do with her. Dad probably said, you got to get your old ass up out of here. You work at a spa. You need to get a real fucking job. We helped you with the down payment on the Benz. Parents probably put 10 on there. Probably a $40,000 car. She got that 30. That's $600 a month. It's too much for her to handle. Boyfriend said he don't want nothing to do with her ass. What did she do? Get to lying. Get to lying. Tamika says she ain't got no bills. She ain't got no bills. The only bills she got. Let me see. Being refunded. I'm trying to see, man, you know. See, look, tomorrow I need to hit him up and ask him what's going on. Now, I hope he don't think he going to get a paid interview with me. You could come over here for free. We don't really care that much about the story. But he initially took to Facebook to ask for help searching for the missing woman, appears to have distanced himself from that. Saturday, he pleaded for people to stop bullying the nursing student. Hell, she might have those. If she a nursing student, oh yeah, she was in school. She got that student debt. She probably, matter of fact, we need to go see Joe Biden cancel student debt. No, stop taking out debt. I mean, stop going to get loans if you can't afford it. That's just a simple thing in life. I never understood that. If you can't afford a loan, don't get it. That's the same thing with me talking about this Benz. Don't get a Benz if you got Honda money. It's just that simple. I got an Acura. I ain't got Lexus money. I ain't got Benz money. Well, I got it, but I ain't spending it. So she got some bills. Let me see. I'll tell you what her bills are. This wig, that's a bill. This hair right here, that's a bill. That iPhone she got that she left on the scene, that's a bill. This Benz, oh yeah, this runs on premium, but she put regular in there. That's a bill. That insurance high as hell because she just turned 26. So once she hit 25, it should be lower. Yeah. I know these ain't Balenciagas on the feet. I know you ain't wearing Balenci's. I can't really tell from here, but them better not be no Balenciagas. You need to, Carlee, you need to be wearing Adidas, Reebok, Puma. You need to be wearing that. I don't even like.
Um, vulnerable to somebody claiming that they have been abducted when in reality they weren't, spurring a massive search in their respective city or their respective county.
And remember, no criminal defense attorney would ever come out and issue an
See, ever since I made this channel, man, I
apology
can't
and
stream
basically an
nothing.
admission unless he saw no other way.
Damn, bro. See, I'm gonna have to upgrade my computer again. I don't know, Tamika. I don't know, man. It seemed like her parents might be, but come on. At 25 years old, I doubt the parents were paying for much. She probably just living there. She probably ain't even giving them like 100, 200. Well, they probably don't need no money, but still. Hold on, let me see something. Yeah, I ain't got nothing to do with her. If she hit me up like, Mo, what you doing this weekend? Let me tell you something, baby. Not a damn thing. Matter of fact, delete my number. Because if the police come asking me, hey, Mo, what's your relationship with Carlee Russell? Well, she came over one time. I ain't really trust her though. She looked like a thief, if you ask me. She looked like someone you cannot trust, Judge. Damn. Hold on, give me a second. I'm trying to put some on here. All right. How's it all right? From that jail cell. Police just rolling by, letting them know we out here. We just waiting to come get your ass. I don't want to see the lawyer saying we gonna bring her in. I want the police coming to the house, kicking the door down, and bringing her ass on out of here. They're not gonna lock her up. Well, the lady, let me see. They might lock her up. I don't think Alabama's gonna play around with this. Old girl got 18 months. The girl in California woman who faked her own abduction gets 18 months in prison. Sherry disappearance in 2016 prompted an extensive and constantly 3-week search. So she did a 3-week search. So they were well in the millions. She admitted this year that she had made it all up to collect disability benefits from Social Security. California woman who faked her own kidnapping in 2016 and fabricated an elaborate tale to tell the authorities, prompting an intensive and costly search for made-up perpetrators, was sentenced on Monday to 18 months in prison. 40. So if this was in 2022, 16, 6 years. So she was what, 34? She pled guilty in April to one count of making false statements to FBI agents about her disappearance. Oh, well, she got fed time. I don't know if Carlee lied to the feds. We know that she lied to the local PD, though. So federal prosecutors said not only did Sherry lie to law enforcement, her friends and family, she also made false statements to the California Victim Compensation Board and Social Security Administration. So she got 18 months because she lied to the feds and she was trying to steal money. So Carlee, man, if they give her like a 30-day sentence or something, I'm gonna be upset. I don't wish jail on nobody, but come on, man. You can't let this just get out of hand because someone's gonna think, how can I step it up? Next time I go, make sure I don't have a wig, don't have my cell phone. I got to start doing a little bit of investigating. Okay, is there traffic cameras up here? You got to you got to give her like a year. A year. I say give her a year. Only had to serve about 8 months and put her ass on probation for 5 years. Don't let her have any internet access. She's not allowed to post on social media for 5 years. And get restitution of at least, I say $75,000. Make her ass pay $75,000, 8 months in prison, and she can't be on social media for 5 years. Now that sounds like a deal. Now that sounds like a deal in my book. Let me see if they got anything back over there.
Way out.
But that we see it so often.
Yeah, Tracy, no social media. She shouldn't be allowed to have internet access.
Yeah,
I
know.
Us local journalists so often getting snubbed when the national media comes into town. It's par for the course as far as our industry. Let's see here. Let's
All right, maybe 5 years is too long
Just
to be
looking at a
off
couple
of
of-
the
couple of
internet,
things
but
here.
give her at least 2 years that she can't be on the internet. She can't post nothing, and if she does, she
we're gonna continue to spotlight as many comments and questions on screen. I know that people are saying, stop. Look, folks, there are people who are saying in our comment section, we have seen the photos endlessly. I understand that, but this is how news live streaming works. And trust me, I don't think that we're approaching the end of the news cycle as far as the Carlee Russell story. But this should be hopefully, again, we try to encourage people to share as much news of missing persons cases as possible. Find wherever you're watching from, find the missing person case in your town, in your city, and share that out. But we, with all of the people out here that are screaming in our comment section, at least if you believe the capital letters is screaming for accountability, screaming for responsibility, we're going to continue to show these images here on the center of your screen.
Before I have to run, JB,
Yep. What's
just
up,
to
Jack?
wrap up the charges conversation, to your point, and as I'm thinking about it more, yes, there's prosecutorial discretion, but I don't see a path where accountability can be avoided here. I don't see a way
You hear that,
forward where
Brillo?
there's not some accountability with some sort of charge for what has happened, what didn't happen, that everybody was led to believe did. If you called 911, I mean, people get in trouble for calling
I didn't
911 for
believe.
silly things we've talked about. Somebody calling, saying that their waffle was undercooked at Waffle House or something like that. When people call 911, there's a penalty associated with misusing that operator's time. This is what, times 100 in terms of the resources that came out to support what they believed. So it's going to be very fascinating. I will let you know if I hear anything from my friends in that market, in that region. But you know,
did that happen? Did somebody call a Waffle House for an undercooked waffle?
Ironically, I found one on the Tampa Police Department Facebook or YouTube channel the other day, that exact 911 call, because they shared it like 12 years ago. I was looking for something else on there. So yes, indeed. That's not a hypothetical.
Nah, she ain't smoking no weed.
With that,
She
I got
had a
to
lace
run. But I
weed.
wanted to
Jack,
say
That's
hi.
all
Jack
she had.
Boyer
She had
here,
a lace
folks, popping
weed.
in,
She had
and
no lace
again, his
weed.
expertise extremely valuable because Jack, of course, worked in the Birmingham market for a long time. Thank you, Jack. And we'll continue to have an interactive conversation here for another 20 minutes or so on WFLA Now. Still a lot of questions that we haven't gotten to in our comment section. So what we'll try to do is get to as many of those as possible, including from Michelle. I believe this one is on Facebook Live. Hashtag HJB, what if she has a mental illness? Can Carlee still be charged for this crime? First and foremost,
She ain't got
you
no
have
mental
to
illness.
demonstrate that you are somebody who is suffering from a mental illness. Mental illness, and this is something that I think needs to be stated on this live stream, and it needs to be stated and reminded, and our audience needs this reminder. Mental illness cannot be used as a crutch, an excuse for committing a crime.
Fact.
I'm not saying that Carlee Russell does suffer from a mental illness. I'm not saying that she doesn't. We do not know what led this woman to make the decisions that she made that night and over the course of really that day. But mental illness has to be taken seriously, extremely seriously. And so if she says that there is that she suffered from a mental health episode, officers and investigators shouldn't just go, oh, okay, mental health. All right, on to the next
Can't
case.
do
She's
that.
good.
Nope.
And move on to the next investigation. That's, you would have to demonstrate that you suffered a mental
I'm not
health
even
episode,
built like that, Tommy.
have
That ain't even me, yo.
history past with mental illness, demonstrate exactly what your mental illness is, and provide context as to why.
Well, when you start talking to mental illness, you're gonna have to definitely prove that. But there's a lot of things that go into mental illness. Alcohol dependency, that's a mental illness. Sleep disturbances, that's a mental illness. So there's a variety of mental illness. You can't just say I have mental illness and I decided to do all this, because you wasn't mentally ill when you planned stealing a robe, toilet paper, getting some snacks, granola bars, cheeses, coming up with the whole story. There was no mental illness there. There was no mental illness July 23rd for the 26th birthday party. There was no mental illness for any of this. There was no mental illness for you pulling over on the side of the road and calling the police and then calling your brother's girlfriend. There was no mental illness when all of this was going on. Like, if I call 911 right now, I get in trouble for that unless it's an emergency. She just lied, man. She just lied. Matter of fact, we need to get Joe Biden on the line, and we can see if he can, you know what I'm saying, try to piece this together for us. But I want to see what they're gonna do. They gonna lock her ass up or not? If she said she had a split personality, Rick James, it just popped off this week. You know what I mean? July 13th, it just popped up. Hey, split personality. I got murder. You know what I mean? You have to prove that. And if she's been at work, we never seen that's mental illness or split personality. How long will it take for you to forgive her? Now, I'll never forgive her. Well, I don't have any reason. Yeah, I never forget her. I mean, I'll never forgive her for this nonsense, and I'll never forget that this nonsense happens. Like that, whenever I mean, after she's sentenced and thrown in jail, y'all don't make this motherfucker famous. Please don't make this person famous. If you're following her on Instagram, unfollow her. Do not make her famous because that's just going to give everyone else ideas to do silly shit like this. Now the parents, it looked like they were doing very well for themselves. Everywhere they go, hey, ain't you Carlee's mom and dad? Psh, y'all need to raise y'all kid better. Not knowing that Carlee's 25 years old in debt. You know what I want to see? I want to see the footage. I want to see pictures of what she looked like when she came back from the woods. They said she had one tear in the shirt. Well, let's see what he's saying about the parents. But I want to see what the shirt looked like when she got back. Come on, JB, get this thing right. There you
Days and years past. There's just so much we don't know about the family dynamic. So people who are pointing fingers at the parents in our comment section, I ask you to reserve judgment until we find out more about the story. They might have been completely blindsided by this, doing everything they could to give Carlee a good life and being completely blindsided about this. That is a very plausible scenario here. We just don't know. And it sounds
Do you guys think that the parents had anything to do with this? because this looks like this is all the information we're gonna get right about now. But I'm definitely gonna keep you guys updated on the Carlee, or should I say Carlee Russell. I'm looking at least a year in jail. They'll probably give her like 6 months, 6 to 8 months, 6 to 9 months probably is what she's gonna get. But I don't think the parents had anything to do with it. I wouldn't consider it a birthday party. It was probably just a get together. I know the parents are feeling bad that their daughter, you never wanted to be your kid. You never want to go pick up your kids from school and it was your kid that was doing all the shenanigans. You know what I mean? You never wanted to be your children. I know I put my parents in situations like, well, nothing like this, but I put them in situations where I was that child where it's like, damn, this little dude that messed up everything. But what she's doing here, this is national news. I never made the news and I don't ever plan on making the news. Carlee Russell, we want at least 6 months in jail for you, 5 years off the internet. We don't want anyone to buy your rights to your movie. We don't want to see this movie. We want the truth. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button also. I'll let this play for a little bit longer and we'll see if we can come up with anything. But other than that, it's confirmed Carlee Russell lied. Now, it didn't take us 2 weeks for us to figure it out. We knew day one that this didn't sound right.
It's as if police, the focal point of their investigation is Carlee herself, especially after the statement that she released today saying that she acted on her own. Again, acted on her own. But then again, that brings up the comment as well that we had earlier. Could she have really been alone for 49 hours? Where was Carlee Russell for 49 hours? How do you just pull off that magic act? How do you vanish for 49 hours with the entire community looking for you? Flyers being passed out, endless media
She was in the
attention,
back of a
groups
truck, I
combing
thought.
through the woods, knocking on doors, doing everything they can to spread the word. How do you just avoid all of that attention? Where did you go? I'm asking fundamentally, just as a curious human being, not even as a reporter. I'm just asking, how do you vanish out of thin air like that? It was dark that night. We've seen it in the video endlessly. It was very dark. Not a lot of lights out there. So if you disappeared into the woods, you get a pretty good head start. You could find a way to reemerge on the other side of the woods and then go somewhere. But where are you going to go? What spot
She
did
had
you
granola
find? And
bar
were
and
you
Cheez-Its.
in one spot for 49 hours? Were you watching news coverage somewhere with this all unfolding? When she didn't have her phone. We know that she didn't have her phone. But were you aware that the entire world was, in essence, talking about you and people wanting to know where you were and wanting to know if you were safe? Wanting to believe your story? Were you aware that the world in Alabama and beyond stopped for your well-being? Major questions that remain. DJ Jackson, do you think Carlee Russell will be jailed or charged? Look, she has admitted to doing something that qualifies as breaking the law, no doubt. So
broke the law.
this isn't, I'm providing context here, not an opinion. I'm just providing context based on just the basics here, the fundamentals of the case. It is more likely than not that Carlee Russell is going to face the music, so to speak. She's going to have to face some sort of charges, some responsibility for her actions. Will she be jailed is a completely other question that is way too early as far as.
I tell you one thing. We've seen this before. She better get ready to take a lot of these photos. Because where you're going, there ain't going to be no wigs in there. There ain't going to be no iPhones, no Cheez-Its. Well, there might be some if you got some commissary, but them women going to be on your ass in there because they know your parents got a little bit of money. We seen Tasha St. Patrick locked down with them braids, so you better get used to them. You better get used to them, Carlee, because there's going to be jail time. I know people are saying you might not get locked up, but unfortunately, you will. You will. Unless you got a good-ass lawyer. Your parents seem like they got some bread. But You're going to be doing community service. Matter of fact, Interstate 459, we need your ass out there. Adopt a highway every Saturday and Sunday, every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You don't get no more weekends for the next 3 years. You'll be on the side of the road from 07 in the morning. Oh, yeah, we might put you on 12-hour shifts, but you're going to be out there in that Alabama heat from 7 in the morning to at least 4 in the afternoon every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for the next 2 years. You're going to be cleaning up that highway. That's what you're going to be doing. So them braids, you better get them because you're going to jail. She showed up at her parents' house, was taken to the paramedics. So she walked all the way to her parents' house, gone 49 hours, walked all the way through this highway. She escaped, made it back to her parents' house. She didn't stop at the police station. She didn't do nothing. She didn't notify nobody. She didn't ask for a ride. She just made it back home. She just made it back home. And today, we officially found out that her ass was lying because 49 hours out in the wilderness with granola bars and cheeses with no water, it's going to be tough out there for her because I know she was eating good. I seen her. She eating good. She ain't surviving off no cheeses and no motherfucking granola bar. She eating good out there. See, even he got a water. He's walking around the city with a water in his backpack. She was in the woods with cheeses and granola bars. She eating good. Look, after about 8 hours, the normal body gonna get to rumbling. So when you out in that woods, ooh, and they said she didn't even eat the food, the Zentini or whatever she ordered from. Oh yeah, she had to be with somebody. Now she's trying to say she acted alone. Of course, we're gonna need more information on that, but she had to act with somebody. She's not capable of staying out there for 49 hours. 49 hours and all she had was a tear on her shirt where she allegedly was fighting somebody. Nah, she was in like a house or something. And see, I want to see how close the house is. I just know it's 2033. Of course, I don't want to dox her house, but at this point, it's public record. Like they showing us footage of the house and where she actually lives. I want to see how far she lived from where she left at to see if she showed up barefoot. So did she toss her shoes before she came to the house? Or did she take her shoe? Because she had to have her shoes on while she was in the woods. I highly doubt that she was out there for 49 hours without her shoes. I'm thinking once she got closer to the house, she probably took her shoes off to make it seem like she was barefoot out there. Let me see some. Five days ago. I wish Cheryl was in here. Cheryl could give us an idea how close they were. Advantage, blah, 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 25-year-old. Hey, you right, Tracy. I'm locked up. They won't let me out. No, they won't let me out. See, they not giving us the information we actually need out here. We need to know the distance from where the vehicle was to where the house was. Or as Tracy was saying,
I'm steady trying to find the motive. Why do what I do? They won't let me out. Heading uptown to
yeah, they won't let her out, man.
out. No, they won't let me out.
Damn.
They won't let me out. Now I'm locked up. They won't let me out.
Oh well. Good luck to her. This is the Carlee Russell update. Of course, once we figure out when the court date starts and we figure out what she's charged with, we'll get back on here. I'm in the process of making a video right now. We're going to try to get this channel up and running. The good thing I like about this channel is we'll be able to get live information. Whenever something goes down, we'll be able to just jump on here and talk about it. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I think we need 3 subscribers to hit 100 subscribers on this channel. Of course, the goal is to get, where we at? The goal by the end of August, I want to have like 1,500, 2,000 subscribers. So we're going to be working on this channel. Also on my main channel, Mo.J. We got Tubi tonight. So we're going to be watching the movie on Tubi, 9 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you tune into that also because it's a Tubi summer and don't nobody watch Tubi movies like we do. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, support the channel. Cash App's at the bottom of the screen. MOEDOTJ. It's Monday. Hopefully everyone is off from work. Get you some relaxing. I'm going to go give you some drink and we're going to get ready for tonight. It's a Tubi summer. Hit that like button. And remember, don't lie to the police. Nah, but I'm out, y'all, man. Hit that like button.